This is a recent scene in mainland China. People are being forcibly vaccinated. Violence and coercion are frequent, and the government's efforts to vaccinate the populace are being described as a people's war on vaccination. Those who suffer severe reactions to the vaccine end up with no way to defend their rights. Despite the fact that since April 2021, Chinese officials have claimed that the phenomena of mandatory COVID-19 vaccination must be firmly rectified. As the outbreak resurfaces across China, it can be said that local Chinese governments are forcing people to get vaccinated by any means possible. At present, it is said that in one place there was a five-nose principle for vaccination. No discussion, no photos, no video, no WeChat or text messages, and no internet access. A leader of a mainland media department received a notice from his superiors. No reporting of any vaccine problems after vaccination.
后期我后悔打疫苗了，打完第一针疫苗几个小时之后，宝宝就开始吐了，拉肚子也持续了1周，而且还总是哭闹，然后我就去医院给他拿了药，婆婆还怪我是吃水果吃的，后来好不容易好了，村里又催我打第二针，我想到应该是碰巧而已吧，然后我就去打了第二针，结果没过几个小时，宝宝又开始吐，就是吐得很严重的那种，就把母乳全部给喷吐似的吐出来的，然后胃口也不怎么好，然后就导致他现在都是肠胃不怎么好，老是吐奶。 所以我劝母乳期的妈妈们一定要考虑好了，毕竟每个人的体质都不一样，不要像我这样后悔就晚了。
According to a media outlet in Anhui Province at a province-wide vaccination meeting on August 19, 2021, a mayor told the participants that 1 billion people would be vaccinated by the end of August and 1.1 billion by the end of October. It's a goal set by the top echelon of the Communist Party, the party's Central Committee, and the State Council. At present, in order to fulfill this political mission, governments around the country are issuing documents to force people to get vaccinated, and those who refuse will not be able to go to school, work, or public places.
紧急通知！从2021年8月21日起，凡18周岁以上无接种积极证而没有接种新冠疫苗的人员，不允许进入轻轨站。
万达现在不打疫苗的都不让进了啊！
非要打疫苗是不是？对，啥子东西打疫苗？那是强制性打疫苗的啊！哪个说的是强制性打疫苗？
Since the outbreak of the Delta strain in the Nanjing Lukou Airport in July 2021, it has spread rapidly across the country, with Jiangsu Province still being the hardest hit. It is also severe in Yangzhou, Jiangsu Province. In fact, more than 90% of airport workers in Nanjing were vaccinated before the outbreak of the Delta variant. On the Chinese internet, many Chinese people are already arguing that if the vaccine worked, China would not be closed down now, making it impossible for people to buy food and other necessities. The video shows that on August 25, a confirmed case was found in a small area of Yangzhou, Jiangsu Province, who had been tested negative for nucleic acid 10 times before, and on August 26, the entire building he lived in was bussed away and isolated. Despite the severity of the outbreak on the mainland, a large portion of the population is reluctant to take the domestic vaccine because they feel it is not up to scratch.
你要是打，我有毛病，我上你家还是打？上我家都去，上哪？上你家还是上哪？我上你家还是上哪？你要给我打，我找你。你打我找你。对，打，打上来。你是不是真打你？真打。哎，三哥，咋这样呢？打啥事没有？没事，啥事没有。你这免疫力是不是啥事没有？
我聽睇醫院啊，打預防針個挨一大啊，啱揾成冇進人揾呀吧，一日揾成冇進話了鬼咯，揾成冇進人，冇眼睇，全部就喺嗰邊。
看到了没有？这地方打疫苗的，救护车刚刚走，已经拉走好几个了。我没有在现场，我不知道是什么原因，太可怕了。
On August 24, people in Zhuzhou, Hunan province, handed in their applications for a march against mandatory vaccination with the new crown vaccine to the local public security bureau. When this story broke, it received a lot of support and praise from the public. However, the local public security bureau has not approved the application and has not given a written reply. An event planner told overseas media that the vaccine currently being implemented in China has not undergone Phase 3 clinical trials and does not comply with vaccine regulations at all. He said, "In a normal society and country, when the government asks people to get vaccines, it must first provide clinical data on the vaccines and let the public know what the after and negative effects are." However, the Chinese Communist authorities force or coerce the people to get vaccinated by signing a voluntary vaccination wish form, and when something goes wrong, it would be their own will to get the vaccine and have nothing to do with the government. It is a shameful practice. Just after the outbreak of the Delta variant strain in Nanjing, China's leading medical expert in the fight against COVID declared that the Chinese vaccine is effective and very safe, and said that China needs a vaccination rate of 83.3% to achieve herd immunity, and urged the public to pay attention and to get vaccinated. The vice president of an American biotechnology company told overseas media that the safety of Chinese vaccines depends on the data, not just the words of the CCP's medical experts. When asked which is safer, Chinese vaccines or foreign vaccines, a Shanghai epidemic prevention expert responded, "Which is more reliable, Chinese cars or imported cars? Why can't you identify when it comes to vaccines?" On August 4, 2021, a township government in Gansu province brought a team of people to administer the vaccine at people's homes. Miss Gua's mother-in-law was forced to take the shot. She then vomited, passed out, and shivered. Miss Gua said her mother-in-law was in her 60s to 70s. When she exhibited adverse reactions, the township government officials did not even notify her right away. The township officials told Miss Gua's mother-in-law that even people who have cancer must get vaccinated. Miss Gua added that everyone in the area had received a vaccine. People can get exempted if they have a severe disease. However, the person must have a medical certificate from the hospital, which is not easy as people with general diseases must take the vaccine. Of course, there are still many people in China who rush to get vaccinated, especially when they hear of local outbreaks. It is a reality in China today. That is, many people still follow the CCP's propaganda blindly. However, there are still Chinese who can think for themselves, and even more Chinese have been shocked by what has happened and become more aware. In other words, more Chinese people are gradually awakening.